And if you're laying down, just slowly make your way up to seated. And take your time and keep your eyes heavy. When you get here, roll your shoulders down your spine. If you've been sitting, just change the cross of your legs. Inhale, bring both of your arms up over your head, reach for the sky. Exhale, bring your left hand to the mat beside you, lean over, reach to the side, and just stay here and breathe. Reach both of your sits bones and your knees for the mat. Try to bend a little bit deeper, try to reach a little further, and turn your head, your chest to look up at the ceiling. Take one more breath here. Inhale, bring your arms up over your head, reach for the sky. Exhale to the other side. Continue to breathe. And try to bend a little deeper and reach a little further. Keep turning the head, the chest to look up. And feel the stretch on the side of your body from your hip all the way to the tips of your fingers. Inhale, bring your arms up over your head, reach up really, really high. And exhale your hands to heart center. Bring the soles of your feet together in front of you and pull your heels in towards your groins. If your knees are up, feel free to use your blocks to just prop them that way. Take a hold of your toes or your feet and inhale, sit up really tall. Exhale, fold at your hips and bring your chest closer to the ground. Allow your head to hang and your shoulders to round. And breathe. Lift your head and plant your palms on the floor in front of you and slowly come back up to seated. Bring your hands back behind you, fingers pointing towards the body, wrists below your shoulders, and just lift your chest. Keep your head looking forward. Try to touch your shoulder blades on your back. And keep your shoulders away from your ears. Keep lifting up, pushing into your hands. Option to stay right here or lift the hips up into the air. Keep looking forward. Keep breathing. One more breath. Keep your chest lifted like your heart is on an altar. And slowly release with your exhale. And bring your ankles out to the side and back behind you. Your hands to the mat in front of you. Come up onto all fours. Plant your palms below your shoulders and your knees below your hips and untuck your toes. Put the weight into the tops of your feet and just feel that engagement in the lower belly. Keep pushing into the tops of your feet and inhale, bring your belly towards the mat, look up at the ceiling. Exhale, push into your hands, arch your back, point the top of your head at your mat. Just continue to flow with your breath, inhaling through cow and exhaling through cat. Really start to over exaggerate the poses. Try to get your belly to touch the mat. Try to get your spine to touch the ceiling. Keep pushing into the tops of your feet. Keep breathing deeply. And on your next breath, whatever it is, bring your spine back to neutral. Walk your hands forward just a little bit. Tuck your toes and lift your hips up for downward facing dog. Alternate the bend in your knees or walk out your dog, warming up the backs of your legs. Remember to breathe. Spread the fingers wide and push into the part of the hand where the fingers meet the palm. So really push into your knuckles. Bring your shoulder blades down your spine. Pull your belly button in towards your spine. And slowly start to lower the heels towards the mat. Inhale, bend your knees, look to the top of the mat, and hop, step, or walk your feet up to your hands. Exhale and really fold deep. Continue to breathe. Options for your hands, so you can keep them on the mat. You can take a hold of opposite elbows. You can even flip them so the palms are face up and step your feet on your hands, bringing your toes to your wrists. And then putting that weight into the balls of your feet. Allow the head to hang. Shake it no, nod yes, just to relax the neck. Focus your breath into the backs of your legs. Think about your hamstrings here. Remember that there are 3 of them, and that they attach at your pelvis and go all the way down underneath your knee. So they're like They're so important, and there's 3 of them. Feel them letting go just a little bit. Lengthening. Releasing. Keep your head hanging. Keep breathing. Releasing on every exhale that which you no longer need. Release your hands from whatever you chose. And then slowly start to roll up. Take your time, allowing your hands and your head to hang. Come up, vertebra by vertebra. You get to your shoulders, roll your shoulders down your spine. Your head comes up flat. And just take a moment to connect with your mat. Chances are either this mat you're standing on or a mat that is similar, and you have had quite the journey. And feel your feet connected to the mat. And lift up all 10 of your toes, spreading them wide. And keep them lifted, keep them engaged, and feel that engagement that happens in the feet. And then also the shins and the calves. Close your eyes. Engage your thighs and lift your kneecaps. And notice that when you engage your thighs, you keep your toes lifted, the bum engages. So feel the lower half of your body engaged and strong. Pull your belly button in towards your spine and lift your chest. Roll your shoulders down your spine. Palms face forward, spread your fingers wide. This is your foundation, the foundation of your entire practice. Meet yourself where you are today. Sick, sad, strong, not strong. I love you. I'm sorry. Forgive me. Thank you. Stay engaged. Now, Tadasana translates to mountain pose. Feel this strength within your body, no matter how you feel. Take one more breath here. And inhale, bring your arms up over your head, reach for the ceiling. Exhale, fold at your hips, bring your hands to the mat in front of you. Inhale, look up halfway, plant your palms on your shins. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, plant your palms and step back to the top of the push-up and just stay here and breathe. Spread your fingers wide. Make sure your wrists are below your shoulders. Pull your belly button in towards your spine and bring your heels up over the balls of your feet. Push the ground away from you. Put the weight into the knuckles. Always an option to bring the knees down to the mat, but if you bring the knees down to the mat, don't move the feet. Just bring the knees down to the mat. This is not easier. It's just different. Take one more breath here. And then slowly release down to the mat in one line. Inhale, untuck your toes, roll your shoulders down your spine, lift up. Exhale, back down. Start to flow with your breath, baby cobra. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Keep your shoulders away from your ears. Your elbows in at the sides of your body and reaching towards the bottom of the mat. Your toes untucked and your legs engaged. Thumb engaged. Option to lift the hands up off the mat with every inhale, using the strength of your lower back to guide you. One more round. Exhale down. Inhale, tuck your toes. Exhale, push up onto all fours. And then all the way up, downward facing dog. Once there, just continue to breathe at your own pace. Inhale, bend your knees, look to the top of the mat, hop, step, or walk your feet up to your hands. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, look up halfway, plant your palms on your shins. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, bring your arms out to the side, up to the ceiling. And exhale your hands to heart center. We'll do this 2 more times, only faster. Inhale your arms up over your head. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, look up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, step back to plank. Exhale, lower all the way or halfway to chaturanga. Inhale, lift up cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Breathe. Nice, long, slow, deep breaths. Make sure to be pushing into the knuckles, not dumping into the wrists. Inhale, bend your knees, look to the top of the mat, hop, step, or walk your feet up to your hand. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, look up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale your arms out and up. Exhale your hands to your heart center. 1 more round. Inhale your arms up over your head. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, look up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Breathe. Double check your alignment. Float forward into plank. Keep your hands and your feet right where they are. Push back up, downward facing dog. Always an option for child's pose, anytime. Inhale, bend your knees, look to the top of the mat, hop, step, or walk your feet up to your hand. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, look up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale your arms out and up. Exhale your hands to heart center. And breathe. Set yourself back up in Tadasana. Lift all 10 of your toes, spread them wide. Bring your hands to Anjali Mudra. Bring your thumbs to touch your heart. So Anjali Mudra translates to like fingers together pose, I think. And with your toes lifted, just start to sway from side to side and front to back and close your eyes. Really feeling the stable ground below you. That is there always to propel you on your path forward, regardless of what is going on at home. Regardless of your support system. So just feel that stability below you. Feel that strength. And then that other piece, it's like from the center of the earth is this force called gravity. And it literally like keeps you on the earth. So you can't float away. So not only is there qualities of strength and qualities of stability, there's qualities of support right there below you. And you might not always see it. You might not always feel it, but it's there. And feel free to open your eyes or keep them closed. And inhale, bring your arms up over your head, reach for the sky. And exhale, fold at your hips, bring your hands to the mat in front of you. Inhale, look up halfway, plant your palms on your shins. And exhale for folds. Just continue to breathe here. Bend your knees, come down onto all fours. Take your knees out as wide as your mat and bring your big toes together. Push your hips over your heels and then walk your hands out in front of you. Bring your head to rest on the mat and put the pressure right there on your third eye. Then roll your head from side to side. Eventually coming to settle in stillness. Breathe. And for those of you that can, just imagine that I'm there in the room with you. I come up behind you. And I put my hands on your hips. I just push down, guiding you deeper into your child's pose. Feel me move one of my hands to the base of your spine and the other hand up your spine. So feel that lengthening action taking place. Lift your head and walk your hands below your shoulders. Come up onto all fours. Bring the knees together and then the ankles together. Keep the toes untucked and then sit your heels back or sit your bum back on your heels. Bring your head down to the mat right in front of your knees and reach your hands back to take a hold of your heels. If they're really far back there, just try your best. And then lift up your bum as much as you can. Feel yourself start to roll up onto the top of your head. Breathe, keep lifting your bum. Keep pulling your ankles towards one another. Feel the pressure on the top of your head. And then slowly release. Come back down. Come to a rest on your forehead or your hairline. And just take a couple breaths. And bend your elbows, place your palms below your shoulders. Slowly push up. Come and tuck your toes under. And then sit back on your heels. Just reach down and make sure, if you can, that you get all 10 of your toes tucked under. And then sit on your heels, plant your palms on your thighs, roll your shoulders down your spine, close your eyes. And breathe. So you can imagine that maybe this pose doesn't feel that great, and that's okay. You're not actually doing any damage. So pain is your guide in all the other poses except this one. And I like to think of it when I do this one as like payback for my body. Like I'm paying my feet back for taking care of me. Because I really don't think of my feet that often. I definitely think about them in this pose. I'm not my feet. I have feet. It's like this energetic exchange. Thank you for taking care of me. Thank you for walking. Thank you for running. Thank you for jumping. And if it's feeling like, oh my God, I'm gonna die, just take a couple more breaths. This truly is like a mind over matter thing. And then bring your hands to the mat in front of you, untuck your toes. Some people really like to tap the tops of their feet on the mat. And then keep the toes untucked and sit back on your heels. So feel free to stay here in Thunderbolt, or if it feels good, bring your hands to the mat below your shoulders and lift your knees up off the mat. Keep looking forward, keep your shoulder blades coming together and down. And breathe. Feel yourself stretching out the tops of your feet, the fronts of your ankles. I love you. I'm sorry. Forgive me. Thank you. And release your ankles back down to your mat, or your knees back down to the mat. And then walk your hands forward again. Come up into down dog, but take your time. This is just like an ankle walk out, not really worried about down dog or alignment. Just really, oh yeah, that's like seriously one of my favorite feelings. It's like after the initial ow, it's like I've just done something really great for my feet. And I see them, they're like, thank you. And I'm like, you're welcome. And then slowly bend down onto your knees. Cross your ankles behind you. Sit down on your mat, bring your legs out in front of you. And then start to walk your heels away from you. Just a few steps. Right, and so that's like the opposite of lifting the flesh from your sits bones, right? This is safer. And bring your feet to flex in front of you. Spread the toes wide. Pull the toes towards your shins, towards your body. And then find length in your spine. Pull your belly button in towards the spine. Think of it like there's a string coming out of the top of your head and someone's pulling up on it. And bring your hands alongside your body, palms reaching down to the mat. So sometimes that's accessible, sometimes it's not. So tented fingers are great, blocks are great. And inhale, lengthen your spine just a little bit higher, and on your exhale, start to walk your hands away from you towards your feet. And feel your chest coming towards your thighs. Keep your spine long, your shoulder blades away, your shoulders away from your ears, your feet flexed. And inhale, look up. And exhale, start to really fold. Allow the head to hang, the shoulders to round. You can reach for the toes if you wish. Take a hold of whatever is accessible. So that could even be knees, shins, ankles, toes, feet. And just come to what you feel in your body. I love this because I get to feel like the anatomy trains and the myofascial lines here. Feet are flexed. So I can feel the stretch all the way up the back of my legs, up the calves, the back of the thighs. And as I continue to let gravity pull me closer to the earth, I can feel it in my lower, middle, and upper back. And then when I let my head hang, I can feel it all the way to the top of my head, my shoulders, my neck. I'm perplexed with every system I dive into. Like the muscular system, so incredible. The myofascial network. And return back to that release of toxins with your exhale. Feel free to sigh away. Audibly, quietly. I always think of like the addition of vocals being like the tension releaser. Like that's the permission to let go of some of the tension I'm holding on to. Because quite often we need to give ourselves permission for that. You know, how weird would it feel if you weren't just carrying all of the weight of the world on your shoulders? So abnormal. So quite often we need to give ourselves permission. I'm gonna let go of even just an ounce
of tension. And bring the hands on either side of your knees and slowly push up, back to sitting. And then bend your knees, pull your hips towards your heels and come back down onto your back. This portion will help if you have a block and a strap. A pillow and your hands, or neither is totally fine. I'll give options for all. But I've been talking to give you the chance to go grab it now. Now that you're on your back, walk your heels towards your bum and bring your arms alongside your body with your palms face down. Spread your fingers wide. Put the weight into your feet, lift your hips up into the air. Roll your shoulders down your spine. Keep pulling your knees towards one another. Don't let them fall open. And squeeze your bum, really lifting your pelvis into the air. Option to interlock the fingers behind you, pushing your arms into the mat. Just keep squeezing your bum. Keep pushing into the floor. And keep breathing. So now we're gonna move out of bridge as such an active pose. So if there's no block, then bend your elbows and place your hands on your bum, if you can. And this is what's gonna prop you up. Or take a hold of your block and find the level that's most appropriate for you. Place it below your sacrum. A pillow will work here. Your mat rolled up will work here. Just anything that kind of lifts your hips up a little bit and supports you. Feel free to keep your knees bent, or if you want to try this, walk your heels away from you. If you try that and it's like a lot of pressure in the lower back, please come back to bending your knees. Feel the stretch on the front of your body. This pose is like the anti-pose to life. You open up your chest. As bipeds, we naturally shrug, but energetically and spiritually, it's said that we do that to protect our hearts. We also do that because we carry the weight of the world on our shoulders. So this posture allows us to open up and break free of some of the walls we have protecting us, and to offload the weight of the world, even just for this posture. And then on top of it, the psoas muscles. Those muscles deemed the trauma muscle. The first muscle formed as a fetus. So connected to the nervous system, so connected to fight, flight, or freeze. So they're protecting us our whole lives. I love you. I'm sorry. Forgive me. Thank you. Bend your knees, bringing your heels back towards your body if they're not there already. Lift up your hips, remove whatever's been propping you up, and slowly, slowly release. Round your spine, vertebra by vertebra. Bringing it back down to the mat, your tailbone touches last. Yeah, just feel that now. Feel your spine on the ground. Feel your spine long and strong, stable and supported. Feel your spine in neutral. Hug your knees into your chest. Interlock your fingers over your shins and then bring your forehead up to touch your kneecaps. It's a great opportunity to look at your knees. And I kiss them. I love you. I'm sorry. Forgive me. Thank you. Just really round your spine here and then slowly release your head back down to the mat. And bring your feet back down to the mat. And if you have it with you, take a hold of your strap. Bring your left leg long on the mat and bend your right knee, bringing it up into your chest. Take the strap, place it around the ball of your foot, and then push your foot up into the air. Keep your left leg grounded and your left foot flexed. So the key here, we want a nice, long, straight leg. So if it's bent, then bring it away from your body more. And if you don't have your strap, just take a hold of whatever's accessible to you. So that can be like right around your knee, like not on the knee, but like above or below. Maybe you're able to take a hold of your foot. Just make sure that your shoulder blades are staying on the mat. If you find that you're shaking, it just means you've gone just a tiny bit too far. Back off. To help make it not such a hard job to involve props, notice how your arms are. So if they're bent, then that means the muscles are going to be engaged and this is going to be more tiring. So walk your hands all the way up the strap until your arms are straight. And then we have like a double here, where your arms are providing gravity to your legs. So it's like weight pulling you closer to the earth. Every time a hamstring really kind of softens, you can go a little deeper. And your arms aren't working here. So sometimes I like to loop the strap once around the hands and then I'm really not doing anything except hanging out with my leg in the air. And don't forget about your left leg. Keep it grounded, keep it strong. And breathe into the back of the leg. And take both of the straps in one hand. Same setup, like I still like to wrap it one time, but the arm nice and long. And then open up the leg to the right. Take your time. Keep the left leg grounded and strong. And breathe. Notice where you feel this now and breathe into that area. Bring your leg back into center. Switch the grip on the strap. And then keep your hips planted firmly to the ground and let the leg come across your body. So we're not going all the way over into a twist, not yet. We're keeping both hips on the ground. So make sure that you can feel that. And then just take the leg across the body as far as you can without lifting the right hip. And feel that stretch all the way up the side of the leg. So there's this like really tough fibrous tissue that runs all the way down the outer thigh. It's called the IT band. It doesn't always get a lot of love. So just take a moment to energetically connect to all of the parts of your body that you maybe forget about or don't think about. Quite often I have this feeling when I get sick or when something gets injured about this idea of like totally taking advantage of the feeling of being healthy, of being not in pain. So just acknowledging all that my body does for me. And I offer you the same. And then you can stay here, or now you can lift that hip up and bring the leg all the way down towards the mat. Open up the right arm, turn to look over the right hand, or any variation of this that feels good to you in your body right now. Just breathe. Slowly come back to center. Bend the knee. Release the strap. And bring the right leg down to the mat, nice and long. So one of my teachers always said, like, this is how you know yoga works, right? Doesn't the right leg feel like it's 10 feet longer than the left leg? So anybody that ever doubts yoga, just be like, try this, dude. I win. So let's switch to the other side. Left foot, left knee bent in towards your chest. Strap around the ball of the left foot, and then bring your leg up into the air. And I like to take just a few moments to let the leg get the feeling of being stretched out. Don't try to go in really deep or anything, just bring your leg up into the air. And again, the focus is like a straight leg. So if the leg is bent, that means you're trying to push it, like pull it too close. Allow it to come away from the body until the leg is straight. You can always come closer. Same setup with the strap. Walk the hands up as far as you can. Arms nice and long. Again, if no strap, just taking a hold of the leg wherever is accessible. And breathe. Breathe into the back of the leg. Keep the right leg grounded, the right foot flexed. And just switch the grip on the strap, both straps in the left hand. And slowly open the leg out to the left. Keep the right leg grounded, the right foot flexed. And bring your left leg up into center. Switch the grip on your strap. Both straps in the right hand. Keep the hips on the mat and let the leg fall across the body. So just connecting to the IT band on the other side. I love you. I'm sorry. Forgive me. Thank you. Option to stay here or come all the way into the twist. Opening up the left arm, look over the left shoulder, or again, any variation of this that works for you. Head into center, engage the core. Bring your leg back into center, bend the knee, take the strap off the foot. And then walk the left foot down to meet the right foot. And then let your feet fall open. Allow your hands to fall away from your body and your palms to face the ceiling. your head into your mat, roll your shoulders down your spine. Take a deep breath in all the way to the bottom of your lungs. And let it out with a sigh. And this time, just let go of your breath. Allow your body to breathe itself. Take all of the thoughts that you have in your head right now and just allow them to ooze out of the crown of your head, onto your mat, and away from you. Start to relax your body, beginning with the top of your head. Relax your forehead. Feel your eyes grow wide. Feel your eyes sink into the back of your head. Relax your cheeks. Relax your jaw. Relax your tongue that falls from the roof of your mouth. Relax your throat and your neck. And let any tension ooze out of the tops of your shoulders, onto the mat and away from you. Relax the muscles that run along your spine. Relax your arms and your wrists and your hands. Relax your chest, your abdomen, and let your hips be wide. Relax your thighs and your knees, and your shins, and your calves, and your ankles, and your feet. I love you. I'm sorry. Forgive me. Thank you. Bring some awareness back into your breath. Start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. And turn your head from side to side. Pull your knees up into your chest, hug them in. Roll from side to side. Eventually rolling all the way over onto your right side. Use your bicep as a pillow. And take a couple breaths here. Use the strength of your left hand to push yourself all the way up to sitting. Keep your eyes nice and heavy. You get here, roll your shoulders down your spine, rest your hands on your knees or your thighs. Take a nice, long, slow, deep breath in through your nose. Let it out with a sigh. Let's do that 3 more times. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Return to normal breathing. Bring your hands together in the center of your chest. Bow your head. Thank you so much for allowing me to guide you through your practice this morning. From my heart to yours. Namaste.